Hot off the success of his new comedic documentary, Am I a Racist? Conservative commentator Matt Walsh is probably somewhere out there pooping his pants right now. Why do you ask? Because the Vatican just released their new mascot, and it is anime inspired. Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Airy. Welcome to the StudioJake vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications when I post a new vidcast, and consider becoming a channel member. Now, this topic is very interesting because I debated whether I should put it on my StudioJake Faith playlist or if it should be in the vidcast, and I thought, wait, why should I split hairs about this? I'll just put it in both. But yes. It's true, the Vatican has revealed a new mascot for their members, and it is anime inspired. It's this really sort of, as we weebs say, kawaii pilgrim named Luce, which is Italian for light. And I've got to say, I am pretty impressed with that. Now, here's the story from Bounding into Comics. The Vatican gets in on the anime game, partners with Tokidoki brand artists to create 2025 Catholic Church mascot Luce. Like many a Japanese business and internet teenager before them, the Vatican has created a new anime OC Luce to serve as a mascot of the Catholic Church and ostensibly help it reach a new generation of followers in 2025. Named after the Italian word for light, the character is depicted per summary by Vatican-centric news outlet The Catholic Standard as a cartoon pilgrim dressed in a yellow raincoat, mud-stained boots, wearing a missionary cross, and holding a pilgrim's staff, whose glowing eyes feature the shape of scallop shells, a traditional symbol of pilgrimage and hope. According to Archbishop Salvatore Rino Fiscielli, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. My Catholic listeners, please correct me in the comments below, who unveiled Luce to the world on October 28th. Luce was born out of the Church's wish to live within the pop culture so beloved by our youth. In addition to serving as the official mascot of the Holy Year 2025, Luce will also feature front and center in the Holy See's Pavilion at the upcoming Expo 2025, a global gathering of nations dedicated to finding solutions to pressing challenges of our time by offering a journey inside a universal theme through engaging and immersive activities in Osaka, Japan. Luce's visual appearance was created by Italian artist Simone Legno, who is perhaps better known online as the artistic half of the kawaii Japanese-inspired product group Tokidoki. Announcing the partnership via his personal Instagram page, Legno beamed, "With indescribable joy, I'd love to introduce to you Luce, the very first Mascotte for Jubilee, a special celebration the church holds at least once every 25 years. It's a year of pilgrimage, of a focus on the spiritual life." He continued, "To be honest, I could never have imagined that I would bring my humble artistic contribution, pop culture, kawaii culture, to the Holy See. I'm extremely grateful to the dicastery for evangelization for opening its doors to my art. I grew up in my hometown, Rome, in a Catholic family where I learned the principles of a faith grounded in generosity and respect for others. In my work, I am fortunate to engage with the many cultures of the world, constantly searching for a contemporary and universal language that I strive to bring into my compositions. The Jubilee is undoubtedly a unique opportunity for encounter and dialogue for millions of people, including many young people," he concluded. "I hope that the pilgrim Luce and her traveling friends can represent the sentiments that resonate in the hearts of the younger generation. It's a marvelous experience and a joyful light that I will bring within me for the rest of my life." As seen in Legno's post, far from just focusing on the yellow-coated pilgrim, the project will also introduce a number of her friends, all of whom will presumably, like Luce, bear names and designs with religious connotations. However, as of writing, only Luce herself has been revealed. Okay, so I want you to go to boundingintocomics.com, read the rest of the article for yourself, and also read several of their other articles. They do a lot of good reporting like this. Many of you know that I am not, in fact, Catholic. I am a Protestant, and I am a non-denominational Pentecostal. That's kind of the vein I travel in. I do believe in orthodoxy. I believe in the five solas, so on and so forth. However, I have to give kudos to the Catholic Church for this one. This was a genius move by the Vatican and their artists at large to create it. Anime is really big in pop culture right now, and you've got a lot of Karens, both Catholics and Protestants, who are slamming anime because they hear bad things about one or two titles, and then they think that is the whole of anime, when it's not. And the Catholic Church, at least this particular archbishop, has realized that, and good for him. This is a perfect way to introduce yourself to my generation, the millennials, who we were the first Americans to really discover anime. Sure, Gen X had Speed Racer. They didn't know that it was anime. They had Speed Racer and Robotech and Voltron, but they did not realize that it was anime. It wasn't presented as an anime. The millennials were the first generation for places like Toonami or other networks to say, look, here is anime. This is what anime is. We got exposed to it. And then you have a lot of these particularly conservative commentators who claim to be in the know on pop culture, who go out and they lecture you about, hey, don't you watch anime because some weirdo on Reddit used it as an inspiration for this certain lifestyle that I don't like. And listen, that is not how it works. That's not how it works in the scheme of art. Anime is just an art form. It is not a genre. It is a mode of storytelling, an artistic way of storytelling. And good for the Catholic Church for realizing this and for utilizing it. Because I guarantee you, there are a lot of Karens out there who don't want you to have fun, whether it be video games or television or animation or films, whatever it is, anything that you are into that they don't see as highbrow, they want to wag their finger in your faces and tell you what's up. Well, they don't know what's up. They're insane, they're nuts, nobody cares. And anytime a conservative commentator goes into that Karen mode, oh, don't you know that there was some random poll that said video games as a hobby to men are unattractive to women? Okay, well, first of all, hobbies aren't indicative on attractiveness, whether it be video games or watching anime. It is just something you do to unwind. That's why it's called a hobby. Hobby is a thing you do to relax, to unwind, to get into something outside of your daily life or your work. It becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of who you are. And anime is big on that hit list for a lot of conservative commentators. I just think that's sad because here you have an opportunity to reach out to people. And, it hasn't always been this way. TBN certainly, they were big into also bringing anime into the United States. TBN premiered Superbook, which was made by a lot of Japanese Christians, as well as the spinoff The Flying House. Both of those are Christian, and I can say that confidently. They are Christian based anime. Not to mention the creator of my official favorite anime, Trigun. He is an open Catholic, and you can see those themes within the story of Trigun. Also, just recently, just within the past year, they released the anime Saint Celia and Pastor Lawrence, which is about a pastor who is taking care of a young woman who has been deemed a saint. And it has a lot of Christian themes, a lot of themes of faith. And it's not in your face, gobbledygook that Christians try to put into their own entertainment. It's subtle with themes of hope, of love, of faith, everything that a Christian could want within a story. And they tie it all together through the eyes of this pastor who is taking care of a young woman who has supernatural abilities through God. It is a very impactful show, and I think that the Catholic Church has caught on to something, because even within my non-denominational Pentecostalism, no, I'm not saying you have to watch every single TV show, every single movie, every single anime, and certainly you don't have to listen to every single song, but just to throw the baby out with the bathwater is a ridiculous way to approach. And congratulations to the Catholic Church for coming to this realization, because I even joked about this on Twitter. I was like, I'm not Catholic, but I love this. I think it looks cool. I think it looks very well made. It's very well designed. And kudos to Michael Knowles, who is my former boss, by the way. I used to work for Michael Knowles. I actually shared a desk with him for a while, and I was there when he published his reasons to vote for Democrats, which is still relevant to this day, by the way. And he even said that he, quotes, stands Luce. So there he is using that sort of millennial language to show his appreciation for it. So all that to say, good job, Catholic Church. This is how you do it. And all you stuffskirts in other Protestant denominations and in Catholic circles, listen up, because the Catholic Church probably gained a whole lot of followers by being willing to embrace a form of art that many don't like and outright deride. If you like that video, be sure to give it a like, share it out to all your friends, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications when I post a new video, and consider becoming a channel member. Don't forget, you can also support me by going to my locals community. The link is in the description of the video. You can send me tips based on the articles that I post there, including some exclusive ones that are just for my locals community. You can also become a monthly subscriber, and you can purchase one of my books on Amazon.com, Cacophony, the Seven Royals series, as well as my latest one, Blessed Child. Purchase one, leave me a 5-star review. All those things help out small indie creators like myself. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.